What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. We are here on the free-to-play con, the Road to Max Ranking. We're going to take a look at Tech Vegito and Tech Vegito Blue, right? So, a couple of things before jumping in. Off to the right-hand side, all resources that you see on screen off to the right-hand side comes from the Dokkan Wiki. I will have a link in the description to the Dokkan Wiki and two extra separate links to both forms of Vegito, his base form and his blue form. So you can look at his kit at your own pace and stuff like that. So, a couple of things before jumping in outside of that. So one, we have to use Realm of Gods. So into Realm of Gods has some pretty decent LRs, right? Quotations, right? But Realm of Gods in general has plenty of options for LRs, right? So there are a lot of different avenues you can go with. My avenue for Vegito is Goku, God Goku. Because he can guard, he can make orbs, and I want to finish this fight within 2 to 3 turns, at most 4. There is some liabilities here in reference the two blues. These guys can take a lot of damage if they're not super attacking a lot and you don't give them rainbow orbs, so there is that negative. UI Goku has to dodge. He can take some normals, but mostly he has to dodge, right? Evolution Blue Vegeta is fine. The Tech Gods are fine because they have guard the first turn, right? And they could do a lot of damage. I'm bringing Kaioken Goku because my boy here hits ridiculously hard. And he has guard for 5 turns, so he's a good defensive unit. And then I'm bringing Double God Goku for obviously the orb change, the dodging, the guard, and the fantastic leader skill, right? So that's pretty much it. So we're going to look at both base form Vegito and blue Vegito on screen. And we're going to start off with base form Vegito's kit. I'll have his kit on screen just real quick while I set up the rotation. I do have to pay attention because this is still an LR EZA event, so there's still some difficulties here. Okay, so I am totally not going to put UI Goku in front of that. That's for damn sure. This might take a little bit longer than I anticipated, but whatever. All right, Ultimate and Invincible Fusion, Tech Vegito. All right, his leader skill is Final Trump Card or Patara, category key +3, and all stats 170%. Very, very nice. His passive skill is named Die with an exclamation point. Attack and defense 140%. Key +4 when attacking. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack as the first or second attacker in the turn. Launches an additional super attack and that has a great chance of evading enemies attack, including super attack, as the third attacker in the turn. Plus an additional 100% defense when attacking. Transforms when conditions are met. Transformation conditions are exactly the same. So my boy is built exactly to Gogeta. Literally 1-to-1. They don't change, right? So, all right, moving on. So, his 12 key is Vegito Combo Extreme. He stacks attack and then raises defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. His 18 key is the Big Bang Attack Extreme. He stacks attack as well and greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. So it's 2 separate things, by the way. He stacks attack and then on the separate, he just raises his defense for 1 turn, right? So very, very nice. All right, we're gonna show the links in the categories while I set this rotation up. Boom. My boy here can still hit ridiculously hard, and he can still do some damage. Oh, so we're not gonna be able to get that. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna get all them rainbow orbs. Sweet. Hopefully we don't die. Okay. All right. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Brainiacs, Power Bestowed by God, Over in a Flash, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. My boy has God key links, bro. Gives himself 5 just straight up because he's like that. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, plus his passive gives him a whole bunch of key. All right. His categories are Future Saga. Oh, dude, there's so many. All right. Future Saga, Power Beyond, Super Saiyan, Patara, Fuse Fighters, Transformation Boost, Kamehameha, Realm of Gods, Time Limit, Final Trump Card, Superheroes, Time Travelers, Battle of Wits, Accelerated Battle, and Battle of Fate. His transformation mechanics remain exactly the same. Transforms on the 4th turn from the start of battle. Still fantastic, still amazing. All right, his partners are himself at 5 out of 7 links, his counterpart Gogeta, base form Gogeta at 5 out of 7 links, and a whole bunch of other Vegeta and Gogeta cards, plus some other characters they share, like Over in Flash and Saiyan cards and stuff like that, right? So, Gogeta and Vegito's, right, with Piccolo up there because Piccolo's fantastic and he apparently shares very good links. But out of the two, he has the quotations weaker link set. Because Gogeta, dude, he shares 5 out of 7 with like 90% of the game. Like it's pretty ridiculous. 5 out of 7 instead of 4 out of 7 like Vegito. And then he tapers off hard to like 3 very quickly. We might actually die here. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Maybe we didn't have the greatest opening rotation, but that's fine. That's fine. There is I didn't screenshot this or anything like that, but you can raise this base form Vegito from the 2 Vegitos that you can get, the World Tournament Vegito, and then there's the STR Vegito from the Baba Shop. Both are not really the best, right? So, all right, let's move on to Blue Vegito, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito, or better known as Blue Vegito. So his leader skill remains exactly the same. His passive changes. This is the end, right? So evades enemies' attacks, including super attacks, for 1 turn after transforming. Guaranteed dodge for the first turn of showing, right? Attack and defense 150%. Key +5 launches an additional super attack and medium chance of launching another additional super attack as the first and second attacker in the turn. Key +7 launches an additional super attack and a great chance of evading enemies' attack. And a great chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attack, as the third attacker in the turn. Plus an additional key +1 up to key +5, and attack and defense 22% up to 88% with each attack performed. Launches an additional super attack when activating. The active skill or when key is 24. My mans can hit super hard. This is interesting. This is super interesting. I have this fucking Spirit Bomb out of all things. I have enough? Oh, I do. Dude, I didn't even realize that. Hold on. All right, let's stay on this screen because I want to show that Kyle can Spirit Bomb. I have 3 Reps Universe 7s for this Vegito. I did not plan that. I just kind of threw him on the team. All right. Let's finish up Vegito's kit and then we'll go over. So let's go to his active skill and his super attack. So his active skill is the final Kamehameha. It remains exactly the same. It can be activated when facing one enemy, 50% or less, starting from the next attack in turn. Greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. His 12 key is Vegito Sword Extreme, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. And his 18 key is Omega Finishing Blow Extreme, greatly raises defense for 3 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. His links are Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Power Bestowed by God, Over in a Flash, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. His categories are exactly the same. Transformation obviously is exactly the same, doesn't change, and I'll show the first 15 partners that he has. Obviously it changes when he turns into blue. He has better linking partners overall in general, and he has more options. So his base form is definitely the weaker of the two when it comes to his links, but it's obviously exactly the same as Gogeta. It's just that his links suffer a little bit in base, but when he turns blue, he shares very good links with everybody, especially his blue counterpart in LR STR Gogeta, right? So a couple of things with the debate between both Vegito and Gogeta. People like Gogeta. A lot of people prefer Gogeta over Vegito, but they're basically almost the same card. Now, let me explain when I say that. So, one thing between the two is that they have their own advantages and disadvantages in their kit that are very small, right? If you notice, a lot of their kit is built exactly the freaking same. But Vegito has more survivability and I guess you can say better, like, potential for a good setup, if that makes any sense. He still hits hard. He still hits almost as hard as Gogeta, if not just a little bit less. But Gogeta is technically, if like one attack were to hit, Gogeta is technically the one that hits the hardest, right? Technically. And Vegito is more like, I'm attack you a whole bunch kind of a thing. And the thing when I say that is that Vegito can just super attack 3 times, like easily, right? When he gets his, like, just think about it. When he gets his 24, he gets 24 ki. If you can get his 24 ki, he guarantee gets an additional super attack, not additional super attack, right? An additional super attack on his, if he's the first or second attacker on the turn, he gets another super attack. So at bare minimum, if you have him in the first slot and you get his 24 ki, he's getting 3 super attacks based upon his passive, right? And then now on top of that, he has a medium chance of launching another additional super as the first attacker in the turn. So he can quad super attack in the first turn, fully building up his passive, right? Now, if you put him in the third slot, he gets the 70% chance to dodge and all that stuff, and he gets a guaranteed super attack. So at bare minimum, no matter what, where you put him, he's guaranteeing 3 super attacks no matter what. No matter what, he's guaranteeing 3 super attacks. And with Gogeta, it's guaranteeing 2 super attacks with 2 additionals, right? So he can hit 4 times, right? Or at bare minimum, he's hitting super attacks for 3 if you put him in the third slot, right? But for Vegito, no matter what, he's getting 3. So there's a balance, right? There's definitely a balance. Gogeta can hit, right? But Vegito is that. But the thing with Vegito is he doesn't have crits or guaranteed effective against all types built into Vegito. So he might not hit as hard as Gogeta as a first initial attack, if that makes any sense. For him, it's more or less he's hitting you a whole bunch, right? A lot. Especially with his, like, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and greatly raises defense for 3 turns, 18 ki and 12 ki respectively. My boy is doing a lot. Genuinely doing a lot, right? So there's a lot of different scenarios, but they kind of go back and forth. Gogeta may not have as many guaranteed super attacks as Vegito, but he's always hitting for max amount of damage, right? On every single hit, because he has effective against all types on his first or second turn, regardless, on his first or second turn, within being the first or second within the turn, or he has guaranteed crit. So it's like he has guaranteed crit, but he doesn't hit as much, but he has guaranteed crit, so he's always fucking hitting, right? So he's always hitting for a lot. So it's like a balance between the unit to make them a little bit different when building the characters. That's why Gogeta hits a little bit harder than Vegito, but Vegito hits so much. Now, that out the way, who do I think is better? It doesn't really matter. I like Gogeta over Vegito. That's just a personal preference, but they're both astonishingly, like, insanely powerful, right? So, all right, so let's take a look at the Spirit Bomb, because why not? And then we'll jump over to his kit and all that stuff and awaken him and stuff like that.
Lend me your energy! Kaioken!
I knew that wasn't going to kill. I knew that was not going to kill. But it's cool to see, because I was not expecting to get the Spirit Bomb. Like, I genuinely wasn't. But look at that, 11 million. Just because he can. He still has guard, by the way. So he's still really good. I didn't even look at his defense. Double super, because why not? Boom. Look at that. Oh, man, Kaioken Goku's insane. Dude, this celebration has... Take away the 2 banner unit, the 2 featured cards, plus the countable. Just on Easy A's, every single one of them is a hit. Not including the free-to-play stuff. I'm talking about, like, summonable cards. Both Gogeta and Vegito are insane. Both Kaioken Goku and Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku are insane, dude. I can only imagine what this Evolution Blue Vegeta and UI Goku are going to look for Anniversary 9 when they get their Easy A, respectively. Because they're in line, dude. They're in line to get their Easy A for Anniversary 9. They'll be 3 years old anyway, so it makes total sense. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to Vegito's awakening and stuff like that and get him done. I will be talking a little bit over the music in the background. I don't feel like turning it off or anything like that, so... We're just gonna do this, right? The good thing about my Vegito, I have him rainbowed in full level 10, so we're max power all the way, baby. I think Gogeta's the only one that isn't rainbowed, but he's one freaking copy away. So Vegito, a couple of things when building Vegito. So you can do 3 kits with him, and all 3 are very effective. Obviously, people are gonna have their preferences and stuff like that, and I'll give you mine at the very end. So the 3 kits are as follows. So you can build them full additionals with sub crit, right? Or full additionals with sub dodge. Or you can build them full dodge with sub additional or sub crit. Now, I guess that was 4, right? And I couldn't count. But that's it. I would not actually build them with full crit. Like, I wouldn't. And for 2 reasons. One, I feel like his super attack effects take over him having to crit, right? And he's hitting so many times the super attack, doesn't really matter all that much, right? Now, when it comes to dodging capabilities, it's the same thing I said in the Gogeta video. You could build him defensively so he has a better defensive option within the first, if you have him in the first or second slot, right? When he transforms on that first turn, when you see Gogeta for the first time, Blue Gogeta for the first time, or Blue Vegeta for the first time, they guarantee dodge. So they can set up with their passives very nice, and they'll have good defense, and their super attack effects do very well to give them the good amount of defense. That's all fantastic and amazing, right? But I feel as though... Oh, no, there is 3 kits. I'll talk about the third one. Yeah, no, there was 1 kit set up for additionals, 1 kit set up for dodge, and 1 kit set up for crits. So yes, that is, I have my notes here. I fucking totally missed that. So we'll talk about that here in a second. But I feel as though with Vegito, there's 3 ways to build him, right? You can build him full defensively with full dodge and sub additionals, right? There's the full offensive build, which is full additionals and sub crit, or a full crit and sub additionals, right? Or you can build them kind of like a jack of all trades, so like 10 in each one as best you can, right? Kind of have them all even. With Vegito in comparison to Gogeta, now, one huge advantage that Gogeta has, he doesn't need to have crit in any way, right? He doesn't, because he already gives himself crit and is effective against all types, right? Vegito can be argued that he doesn't need his additionals because he already triple supers no matter what. Like, genuinely, no matter what, he's hitting 3 times, right? Because it's going to be super easy to get his 24 key. He has fantastic key links, plus he gives himself 5 key at the start of turn, plus he builds up 5 more keys. So at fully built key, he gives himself 10 plus his links, which you would pair up with another very good linking partner. Why wouldn't you, right? And they all activate all of his links, right? They activate all of his links that are key based, right? Plus, you're going to give him orbs. So he's more than likely always going to have his 24 key. So at bare minimum, he's always going to have 3 super attacks, right? So you can argue you don't need additionals, and you can build them full crit with sub dodge. That would be like, if you want a crazy offensive Vegito, full additional, sub crit would be my opinion. So he's always attacking, but you have to give him a little bit of crit. That way he can actually do the max amount of damage when he's hitting somebody. But how I'm going to build him is exactly how you see him. Full additional and sub crit is exactly how I'm going to build my Vegito. Now, a couple of things with his skill orbs, when you look at him, is the fact that there is going to be the 8th anniversary like special fights where you're going to be able to fight each anniversary like duo card for the past 8 anniversaries. And you're going to be able to get skill orbs for Vegito that are all going to be like level 5 and crazy good for all 3 skill orbs, bronze, silver, and gold, right? Unless you already have them crazily built with some crazy ass skill orbs, then there you go, right? But you're going to get free skill orbs for Vegito in order to make him even more insane, to have more play. But I mean, it's completely up to you. I feel like Vegito, you could do whatever you want with him because he's always going to be just absolutely insane, right? Or you could just build him entirely one way and he can still be absolutely amazing, right? But you can build him full defensively and always off-rotating and be good off-rotating unit, or you could build him full offensive and throw him in front and he's always hitting for like 15, 17 million or whatever the hell the numbers are every single time, 3 times, and he's just killing everything and nothing exists, right? He just obliterates everybody's asshole and he just wins, right? Same thing with Gogeta. But that's pretty much it. I really do appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. There was a lot to cover, a lot to talk about, and I like rambling for whatever reason, so I do apologize for the lengthy video. If you made it to the end, obviously, I appreciate you and I love you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Vegito's kit, his passive, all that stuff, right? I always read my comments and I like and all that stuff. So I would like to hear your opinions. I'm gonna do more testing with him and stuff like that to see how I would personally want him. Whether or not I would spend the stones to fix up his kit, to fix up his hidden potential, is really like a toss, right? I probably not. Most likely I won't do it, but there's still a small chance that I may, just in case I feel like I need to, right? But I don't think I need to. I think that's the beauty from both Gogeta and Vegito. You don't have to build them any specific way. I feel like there's a preference and like an insane kit you can get with them, but you don't have to do any of that stuff. You can build them however you want, and they'll still be insanely good no matter what. The optimization to their kit is just cherry on top to their already broken abilities and insane output potential, and then just favoritism on the character, right? So I think that's just how it is. So I'm out of here. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Take care.